You see, I got this.
You, d-
Okay, okay, we're figuring this
Yakuko
out.
says first.
Welcome. I need you as our one person in the audience to confirm that you can hear all of us.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. It's
wait, okay, yeah, now
Now what?
okay.
it,
Let
it,
me mute.
it started. Yeah, let me,
I muted the
yeah,
screen.
I didn't have it muted.
You see? What? You can hear us though. You can hear us.
Y- Yes, yeah, wait, let me unmute it.
You can both hear us. Okay.
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 We're figuring this
Yes,
Hi
out.
guys.
first.
Welcome.
We are
I
incredibly
need you
stressed.
as our one person in the
Yeah.
Oh
audience
my
to
gosh,
confirm
I
that
can
you
hear
all of
myself
us.
now. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Whoa.
you have to mute the stream.
yeah.
I'm exiting that. Okay.
Okay, good to know this is working.
All right. I'm glad that this is working. Let us know if we're too loud, if any one of us is too loud, because I can adjust that. And this is our first experience streaming through YouTube, so you can imagine our intense stress. Hi, everybody. Go
Yes,
ahead,
hello.
hop into the chat, and you guys are finally part of our stream. Because you're part of our chat. And the chat is being immortalized for the first
Oh,
time
that's
ever.
true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exciting.
That'll be fun because a lot of the time we do react directly to the chat. And it's
Yes,
like,
yeah.
In Discord.
it'd be
So
like,
this is our first time on YouTube. It's usually on Discord, as some of you
Yes,
know.
yeah.
yes, I'm sure everybody knows. Is everybody here from Discord? I can't tell because we're
Yeah,
using
actually
different
don't
names
know.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know. And also, there will be a delay between the chat itself and what I'm reading and what we're saying
Mhm.
because
True, yeah.
YouTube. But we'll try and keep up with it. But new chapter, guys.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Indeed.
But fun. Very
What fun.
romantic chapter, if I do say.
Mm, yeah. I mean, we finally, got the MITSUKO chapter we wanted. Well, maybe not wanted, but we asked for this. We asked for this,
And
and
they gave us it and more of stuff
yeah,
that we didn't ask for, but okay.
Okay, but like we got something. This is more than they usually give us when it comes to ships. They were like, "Okay, you
very
wanted a
true.
MITSUKO chapter? We'll give you a MITSUKO chapter, but
Yeah,
it's going
it
to be on
definitely
our terms."
it definitely feels like they got our letters, but like not in the way we wanted them to.
Yo, this is like making a wish, and if you don't be extremely specific, they always find some kind of loophole to like make it the worst wish possible.
Yeah.
That's what this is. But yeah, maybe we should do our intros and get right into it now.
Yes.
All right, we will get right into it. Hi everybody. I am Otaku Imi.
I'm Kaffee or Random Hanako.
And I'm Ness.
And we are coming to you live from YouTube for the first time ever. I guess I didn't rethink how I was going to do this intro. Usually I go on about how we're in chat and you can go to this channel to talk to us and ask questions and all that. But I don't need to do any of that because obviously you're in the YouTube chat and obviously this is going to be archived on YouTube because we're on YouTube. So that's the end of my intro. I'm gonna need to rethink that for next month, but before we get into the chapter proper, does anyone remember what our predictions were for this chapter last month?
We just
Basically,
predicted that something would be wrong with Mitsuba in
Yeah.
general. We just like that was like the whole thing. Like, what's wrong with Mitsuba?
Big vibes about something being wrong with Mitsuba for sure. I think everybody caught up on that. It was the black eyes.
Yes, true.
The black eyes and the black text box gave him away.
hmm
And I
I think
think
we thought that the chapter would switch away from them after a while, not just be about them, but it ended up being about them
Yeah,
completely.
yeah. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that.
I'm glad that it was about them. It was a long chapter too. Did anyone else notice that?
Oh, it was. Yeah, it went on for a while.
There was this kind of funny thing that was happening where there's like a specific point in the chapter where I think they have a little bit of a heading, and I got the impression that some people accidentally clicked away from the chapter after that. Like they thought it was over.
Oh wait, really? I didn't notice that.
There's just a couple people that were making comments like, oh, I think Mitsuba's gonna take on the fish. And I'm like, did you not read the rest of the chapter that happened after the fish showed up? Because
Oh,
I
no.
don't think they did. It's just an accident. But it's fine, it's fine. But I suppose
But
we
yeah,
can
you
just
guys have
get
the
into it.
chapter. You guys have the chapter open.
I do.
I'm drunk bath salt.
I don't actually know because I just
I
have
also am on
mine.
PBS. because
Okay.
it's on Manga C. I'm just whatever's on Manga C is what I read.
I'm on
All
manga
right.
read, so I don't know, whatever this is.
All right. I'll
BBS
just
has
get
like
into. I'll just get
the
right
like
into the
All right, go
yeah.
ahead.
the summary then.
Okay.
So we pick up back where we left off. Mitsuba is and Ko. So this chapter seems like it's going to be going very well for some of the percentage of the fandom. They're a very large percentage. I might add. So
Almost all of us.
and
99.9%.
Yeah.
Ko is extremely happy to see Mitsuba. In fact, he's jerking him, he's shaking him. How long haven't I seen you? And Mitsuba is just completely out of it, and we're here wondering why. So Ko is expressing that he was worried, and when the severance happened, you just disappeared, and he never expected to see him again, at least not here and now.
I'm so
So
happy that
Ko
they
is
called
extremely
back to the
glad.
severance specifically because
Hmm.
obviously we were talking last time about whether or not they were going to talk about the severance and what happened. Specifically, we did not know. It was really frustrating that he just called back with these single panel flashbacks. So, like,
Yeah.
seeing it properly, that what had gone down, obviously there wasn't a lot of talking, it just happened, clearly.
Hmm.
But it's something. It's 4 panels, not one. That's 4 times more than what we
Wow.
usually get.
Crazy.
So Ko is saying, "It turns out you're all right. I'm so glad." But before Ko could finish, Mitsuba is asking, "What do you mean? I am not okay at all." And Mitsuba's eyes are dark, and the whole panel is just
Oh.
dark. So you get this whole
That was so
vibe
ominous.
from it.
And
We were
I felt that from like the Japanese to begin with because I could read that in Japanese. It's simple
Mhm.
enough that I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, that
Well, we
doesn't
were
bode
right.
well."
That's what we thought. We were like, well, something's wrong with him.
Something's wrong. He's just coming out and saying it. So,
Yeah, but this is why I thought that Mitsuba, it wasn't a fake Mitsuba. This is the panel that made me think that because, if it was a fake Mitsuba with evil intentions, he'd say, "Oh, I'm completely fine. Let's
yeah.
go."
Oh, we can
But
come back around to this idea of a fake Mitsuba because it did pop up, but we'll do that after. So let's just keep
yeah.
going for now.
But Mitsuba doesn't seem like he wants to explain. He just wants to see if Ko has some plans, and he wants to go through those plans. Like it's almost as if it's his last night. But let's save that for another time. So he's walking on the railings, and Koi's word for him, which I don't know why he would, because he's a ghost. Um, And he says, "What do you mean by, you weren't okay? You need to explain." But Code, as I said before, doesn't want to deal with that right now. He just wants to live that like there's no tomorrow.
Mitsuba
And
wants to
Yeah,
live
me
the
too.
yeah,
nightlife. Yeah.
Mitsuba wants to
Out
live
in the
like it's no
city, I
tomorrow.
love how they completely gloss over the fact that he's like out and about, like he's away from the school. It doesn't even phase Ko. He's just like, "Oh, Mitsuba, I'm so glad it was you."
Yeah, he's just glad to see his friend after all this time. But um, Ko Mitsuba asks Ko if there's anywhere that he knows that would be very fun, and well, they have the whole teasing thing going on, which I think a lot of people. That's why the ship is. I think there's a big reason why the ship is out there. They just love to tease each other, to
Oh
be
yes.
honest.
Oh yeah, this was really strong for the Mitsuko shippers. Like,
Oh, very so much.
oh, I could feel it. I'm not super huge on that ship myself, but I do like it, and that's just made me
It's like,
smile.
it's
I'm
like,
not
is the
obsessed with it, but
nightlife?
we love it. Yeah.
Hmm.
He says, "Is the nightlife too squarey for you?"
Scary. I bet it's time for you to go Betty bye, isn't it?
Meanwhile, Teru's
But
at home, and
anyway,
he's like, "It's his bedtime. It's his bedtime."
but yeah. But Ko gets a call from his mom, I mean Teru, and he's just explaining that he is with an acquaintance of his, so he'll be back soon. And Teru seems like he's not buying that, but uh, I digress. Uh, yeah, so
Teru is
Ko
so
says,
funny.
"You know what?
Like, this entire chapter,
Yeah.
Teru is hilarious. Just the,
Yes,
like,
I laughed so hard.
little helicopter parent that he is with his brother right now.
That's why I called him mom. That's why I mixed him up for his mom."
It's so funny.
But
But
yeah, so Ko decides that he's, you know what, instead of trying to get this out of Mitsuba, he's going to make this a night that he'll remember forever, and then he'll squeeze every last drop of information out of him. And Mitsuba is just chuckling because he's like, this stupid. He's like,
What
you
does-
walked into the palm of my hands.
what does your translation say? Because I've got the one
says-
where he yells, "I'll make this a date
Yes,
to die for."
we have the same translation. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's like,
beautiful.
okay, he called it a date. He called it a
Well,
date.
now I need to
That's
pull up
good.
ROF.
That's good.
I hope that is a direct translation. I don't know. I don't remember
look.
what the Raws said, but I really hope that they specifically use date.
I'll see what ROF says.
So Mitsuba wants to know where they're going, and well, he just wants to go somewhere cute and trendy and pretty. And Ko is saying, okay, let's play an urban game.
Oh, no.
And they play 1, 2, 3 red lights or whatever they call it. Different cultures call it different things.
What do you call it? It's red light, green light here.
Yes, for like Renee here also.
1, 2, 3 red light. That's what we call it.
I
Also,
mean, same thing, but
the ROF translation does not mention date. It just says, "I'm gonna make you have so much fun you'll die."
I like date better.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So we switch back to Teru and everyone else, and Teru is literally trembling. Like, what is wrong with this guy? And he said, "Ko isn't reading my text." And then I think he was like trying to, this is my headcanon. He wanted to lean on Aoi's lap right here, but Aoi kind of shifted away, so he's like leaning on the ground.
Oh,
But
you're
anyway.
right.
That's true. I didn't notice that.
It looks like he was going straight for her lap, and then he just landed on the
His face
ground.
planted.
And then she took just enough pity on him to pat his head a little bit. She's like,
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and Akane probably saw through his whole thing there, so he's like, "Yo, get away from her."
I love their little thing that they have going on, the three of them.
It's getting more fun the more I see them together.
Yeah.
Every little interaction, I'm like, I love this more and more.
Also, Nene just looking at the chaos that is happening in front of her. Just like, what
Yeah.
happened here?
I guess saw this chapter and thought that Teru was gonna go after Koen and exercise Mitsuba. You know, if Teru knew what was going on, he totally would.
Oh, yeah.
And Ko is like a 15-year-old boy that wants to spend the night out somewhere, and Teru's over. He's exaggerating. He's like, "Oh, Ko is going down a dark path."
He is. This is funny though because
Please.
it's a culture difference because around here it's not really safe for someone that age to be going out at night. So if
Yeah.
like someone who doesn't typically go out spontaneously messages you and it's like, "I'm away now," yeah, that's reason to worry. But in Japan, it's totally normal for kids of all ages to be out and about on their own. So yeah,
Very
he's
true,
being
yeah.
super overprotective, but it's just one of those things
I-
that pop out to me.
But he says, Akane is trying to downplay the whole incident. And then Nene gets a text from Ko asking him to help him out. Where is a good place to go at night? Because Ko is apparently a boring person.
The
I mean,
phrasing.
he has sneakers for his profile picture. I mean, no shade to anybody who has sneakers on their profile picture, but
He does have sneakers as his
Oh my
PFP. That's adorable. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think that was in that other chapter too, where like they got a call from his phone.
It's
Where
just a
they got
little
the call from
sneaker
the one like
PFP.
yeah.
I can't even. Oh my gosh. What a precious boy. Anyways,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so everyone's kind of shocked at this whole night out thing. This is completely abnormal for Ko.
Teru's face.
It's
I love the faces. It is so funny because I mean, Ida Hero does this where if there's a group reacting to something, their personalities shine through individually.
yes.
They're like individual reactions. It's like Teru looking like he just got gut punched, Akane being like, "Oh my gosh," and Nene just being like, "Seriously?" And Aoi Aoi is a shipper. She's like, ooh, juicy.
I love how Aoi just ships.
That's because Aoi is us. She is the audience.
He is us, yes.
Yep. So it switches back to Mitsuba and Ko, and Mitsuba is not. He's not entertained because they're literally playing in the sand right now, which and Ko thought is a good idea because his 5-year-old sister loves to play in the sand, so he's completely out of touch.
Does he really only spend time with his 5-year-old sister outside of school? That's sad, Ko.
That's so sad.
He does have friends. You remember? There's 2 of them. I don't remember what their names are, but he has 2 of them. Theoretically, right?
Yoku and Sato.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Mhm.
You remember those guys? I wonder
Yeah,
where
I
those
remember
guys
them.
are.
They're very fun.
being-
I like them.
They are.
Professional background characters. But yeah, he's waiting for recommendations to come in from the group, but Mitsuba doesn't seem like he wants to wait. He spots somewhere, in the near distance, and he says, oh, "Hey, let's go there. It's pretty bright, and it looks really fun." Now they come and stand in front of this rickety old building, that looks just structurally sound to hold up itself.
Oh
like
yeah, for
dust.
sure. Look at it. It's falling apart. I would definitely trust this place.
Can I just mention the shippy group chat that they had where they were all like, "Good luck on your date."
It was so cute. You're right.
Just I didn't like that we just skimmed over that. I was like, we need to go back and talk about that for a second. It's so funny.
I almost forgot about it actually because I did jump over it by accident.
Oh no, yeah, Tara's face is just, I'm lonely, Ko. And then the emoji!
Tara
Okay, I
would
just
use
had to
that
mention that.
emoji. It's such a Tara thing.
God.
I love
Yes,
how Ko
okay.
doesn't actually bother to immediately retort that he's not on a date.
Oh,
He
no,
has
yeah.
the thought. He's like, I'm not on a date, but it's just a thought. He doesn't tell them that.
Yeah.
He's just like, okay, that's a good idea.
And Akane is like, don't get taken into custody.
Akane. I love Akane. It's so funny.
But yeah, back to the building, the aquarium,
Yes.
the so-called aquarium. Yeah, they're getting right into it, and it starts being suspicious already. Ko tries to pay for one person. They're saying, "Oh, it's completely free. Get right inside, enjoy the fun."
You know what's really suspicious about this building?
What?
It's not accessibility standard staircase. Look at that. All they have
yes.
is an escalator and a staircase. Where's the ramp? Clearly it's fake.
True.
It was definitely
That's true. All the people in the wheelchairs are going to get us.
well, the
guess-
people in the
I guess
wheelchairs are safe,
supernaturals
I
don't
guess.
I guess supernaturals don't like.
True.
I guess they don't appreciate people in wheelchairs.
I don't know. Do they like the chase? What's going on there?
Chase.
And if this place wasn't suspicious enough, we get this last flash of a panel saying Supernatural comes out at night. And we just know the direction that it's going to head in from there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cliche chapter, although it's enjoyable, but let's go on.
You
So
do know where it's going, yeah, but
Yeah, we know where it's going.
it's well framed at least, even
It
though
is,
it
yeah.
is a standard thing. But
Yeah. So yeah, they're in the aquarium right now, and they're just saying fish, and something that looks like a fish, but
it's a
it's
fish.
not a fish.
It's a fish.
Fish. Fish.
It's also a fish.
What the hell is this?
It almost hurts because I worked at fish stores and I'm like, yes, there's probably so much more to those fish.
Is that a thing though? Is that like a real thing? What is that? I didn't look at it properly until now.
I can't
What is
tell what
that?
kind of fish it is without colors really, but
Yeah,
It has, anyways. So he asks Ko, "Have you ever been to an aquarium before?" And Ko said, "Not really, but there was one time back in elementary school."
it literally says what fish it is.
wait, where?
It says Gurnard right there.
Oh,
If you look up Gurnard, it's the fish.
Okay.
yeah. He couldn't go to the aquarium because he got sick and he had to stay home. So this is the first time he's at the aquarium with his with his friend.
Look,
date.
look, this is a
That's what they
date.
did. It was stated multiple times that it's a date.
This is a date.
Mhm.
The
And
only
they
ones who
started
don't
this
know that
whole-
it's a date are these two.
Yep.
Yeah. And they started this whole contest thing about whoever finds the biggest fish wins, which is so shippable, by the way, because I'm just imagining two teenage boys in love, and it's just great to be honest.
It is
It's
the
cute, it's so
cutest thing
precious.
in
so
the
cute.
world. I love how the translation itself is saying that they're giddy. Like, they're just so
Oh, yeah.
happy.
So MITSUBA finds a shark, and Ko finds something which is definitely a seal. Oh, yeah, but it's not a fish. That's the problem with it. And you know, they all
But you
yeah,
know what is a
they're all
fish?
they're all accusing each other, and then what's this thing called?
It's a manta ray, isn't it?
Yeah,
A manta ray. Okay, that's what it's called. Yeah,
Or
they all
stingray, but it's kind of
Or,
same
yeah.
family.
they're pretty similar. Yeah.
yeah they all stop arguing, and they're so mesmerized by this manta ray here. And is this where people thought it ended?
Yes. No, not yet.
No, yeah,
oh.
I know what page it is now after I looked through it.
Oh,
Yeah. No,
Okay.
we'll get there. It'll be obvious.
so they all stop fighting and bickering, and they say, you know what, that one's doing, which I didn't know a fish was participating in this whole thing here, but okay.
Look. If it's gonna come down to a fight, the stingray is gonna win. So
So they all, I don't know, it's just going on. They're having fun. They're being cute. Mitsuba's trying to go through the aquarium glass, and he gets stopped by Ko. There's this little cute scene with them finding
Oh.
sea creature key holders.
Oh yeah, I like how like the like panel where like Meets was going through the glass like points out that like other people are around, and then it's just like a question mark with this person. It's like I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so funny.
you just see the silhouette of a person in the background being like, "What?
Question mark, just like what?
What's going on?"
So Mitsuba tries to get one of the key holders. He got this ugly looking I don't even know, bug. And
What does he? It looks like an isopod.
Yeah, an isopod.
it's an isopod. It says giant isopod.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, isopods are super cool, and I would keep an isopod keychain.
Oh yeah, they are cool.
So there.
You can't convince me of that in one night, but okay. Um,
I would need a different hour to talk about it. Not this hour.
anyways, Mitsuba is grossed out by the isopod and is disappointed. And Ko gets a penguin, which is apparently rare, and it's cute. So Mitsuba likes it. And he realized that Mitsuba would like it, so he just gives it to him and says it's yours.
Ah,
And then he
Smart.
takes the other one. So they exchange, and it's just so cute.
They're
And
exchanging
Ko realizes
presents.
it too. Mitsuba realizes it too, and he says, "You know what? You're creepy when you're being nice." But that's really Mitsuba's way of saying thank you. Really means a lot to me.
Mitsuba
Yeah.
is understandably a little bit of a tsundere. He always has been.
and then the immediate give it back.
Then he chuckles and he says, "Oh, this is really fun. I'm really enjoying myself right now."
He's so
And he
happy.
says,
and
"Right."
it's
He's
so cute.
blushing, and then Ko
Yes.
starts blushing too, and
Yes.
I'm like, "Oh my gosh, they're having a
Yes.
moment."
Oh my god.
And we're reminded of the series that we are reading, guys. We are
It's like,
reading
oh, I
Blood
just
Mountain.
remembered what kind of
yes.
what kind of fiction this is.
There's
Yes.
nothing but pain and suffering in
Like
this
I,
series.
it's like for a little while there, it felt like you were reading fan fiction, and then Ida Iro burst through the door, going, "Surprise, guys! It was me all along."
So they're saying he reminded him of the promise. You have to tell me what's happening to you. And Mitsuba is just about to get to it, but then we see teeth, and suddenly they're being attacked. They have to stagger back, and they literally throw themselves back on the floor to try and avoid this fish monster here, which, I mean, it looks like some dilapidated, eaten out fish ghost something, but it's not natural.
Like a crazy anglerfish.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
and it's the picture of the crazy anglerfish. That's where some people appear to have hopped off
Yes.
of the
Yeah.
chapter.
Oh, well, the chapter goes on, and the fish, there are lots of them, and they appear to be eating people, but
They're all
we
skeleton
realize that,
fish.
hmm realize that, well, these people just vanish in thin air. They didn't exist. Well, maybe they did exist, but they don't exist anymore.
Initially,
Um,
when I was seeing the raws and I didn't have any of the translations, I saw the fish like bite into this person and I was like, "Oh crap, is that what happens when people get like killed by supernaturals? Do they just
Yeah.
dissolve into nothing? It's like their existence is erased from the world." That has happened before. What series did it? Okay. That's not a unique idea. I'm gonna have to think on where I've seen that before, but that is not what's going on actually.
I
And we
totally,
can
yeah,
keep going.
I thought that too when I first read the Ross.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
but Ko is putting two and two together, which wasn't that hard, and he's saying, yeah, these visitors were here, but they're all dead and they're ghosts. So, yeah, these fish were here as well, and they're ghosts.
Which makes me
And
wonder, the person earlier that was looking over with a question mark, if they were a ghost, then they could probably see Mitsuba, and they were
Yeah, they
probably
were just
going,
questioning
what?
they were just questioning what he was doing. Like, why?
Questioning what Mitsuba was doing, not what Ko was
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Mhm. So, I said, he's trying to drag Mitsuba back because, well, this is deteriorating into a terrible situation.
Like, run for
But
your
Mitsuba
life.
seems visibly in pain when Ko tries to drag him by the arm, and we soon find out why. We hear this squelch
Squelch
sound.
is indeed what they said.
Squelch.
Yeah.
We hear that sound there, and Ko stops. He looks back because that is not a natural sound.
Well, at least
And
it wasn't
he,
a crunch.
Oh no,
yeah.
not crunch. Oh no. Oh. The sound of eating a Happy Meal.
No! I'm still traumatized. My therapist tells me I shouldn't think about it.
Oops.
But yeah, Ko looks back at in his hand, and he sees something in the shape of a hand, but it's not the hand he's used to seeing or was holding before. And he looks back at Mitsuba, who is now on the ground, and he's saying, "I'm sorry, but I don't think I can move anywhere," while he's visibly coming apart. And the chapter ends.
That's it.
And that's it. That's the end of the chapter. On the bright side, next month is early, so
True, yes, a day early.
there is that. But oh my gosh, I'm not surprised that Ida Iro did this because it is very Ida Iro to do this. But boy,
Yes.
did it sting! I was definitely screaming in chats for a little while once I reached the
Oh,
end of this
yeah.
chapter. It's like, we just got him back. We just got him back. How long was he gone for?
Good question.
He was gone for a really long time.
He's like, I mean, since what?
Probably
Actually, I have to look that
the
up.
severance, right? Like,
Yeah, well, since before-
officially,
Yeah, like if we don't count like
his
like
Red House
flashback
appearance.
appearances
Yeah.
and flashbacks, yeah. Then yeah, like before the severance.
Damn.
Forgot which chapter that was exactly.
I don't know. It was
71?
so long ago.
71?
Oh, yeah,
No, before that, like way
Oh.
before that.
I think it was
Um,
actually just the chapter before that we had Ko and Mitsuba's one or two. I don't remember. This was a long time ago, guys. I'm sorry.
Was it
More
was
than
the
a year
chapter-
for
the
sure.
The two chapters. Okay, so it was 69 and 70 were Aoi and Akane part 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I think it might have been in one of them where part of it was focused on the whole that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
whatever
definitely
comics
longer
we're doing.
than
So-
Hanako. We had no Mitsuba for a very, very long time, and then we get him
Yes.
back, and immediately he is dissolving. So, So if you guys have questions, like burning questions in your soul that you want us to talk about for sure, go ahead and type them out in chat. In the meantime,
But
I'm gonna
there is
start.
actually something that I'd want to talk about this chapter though. I don't know if that's what you wanted to get into.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so Ko is not Ko, Mitsuba. He is disintegrating. And he didn't do that before. Why is he disintegrating?
So, he's disintegrating quite literally into the parts that he's made out of. So, whatever's going on, it has to do with Tsukasa. It is Tsukasa's fault. Either he's
I
doing
think
something
Tsukasa,
directly to break him apart, or it's just a sheer fact that Mitsuba was not built to last. Like, this is Tsukasa's first successful
yeah.
attempt to create like
I
an
mean,
artificial supernatural. So it's very possible that like
no,
his
'cause
lifespan wasn't long to begin with.
it would make sense if he wasn't meant to last because, you know, the whole Tsukasa wanting to get like rid of like break everyone's Yorishiros and stuff, and it's like, why would he instate like a new number three if he wanted to do that?
Yeah.
But if
no,
his lifespan wasn't meant to be long anyways, then yeah.
And it's more fun for Tsukasa if he gets to do that because then he's
True,
messing with more
yes.
people.
but
Yes,
didn't
exactly.
he give Mitsuba the number 3 role so that he can have a more stable existence on the near shore in the first place though?
Yes,
So
but that
maybe he
doesn't
actually got rid
mean
of that
Yeah, but
Yorishiro.
no, the Yoroshiro's still there. We do know that.
no, yeah, it's still yeah.
Yeah, it's it also like just the way Tsukasa described how he made Mitsuba initially. It's like he took a bunch of low-level supernaturals and then mashed them together
Didn't though.
until they created the shape he wanted and then, you know, poked a little bit of Mitsuba
Yeah,
into him.
yeah, he was just like, it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
And
But
that's
like
it. Like it was just like a thing he did
it
because he thought
didn't
it was like
sound
cool.
like something that would last very long. That's like
Yeah.
from the get-go. So I'm not that's what I thought. It's also the exact reason why I knew that it wasn't a fake Mitsuba, because there was still some question by the end of the chapter. Is like, is this like a replica? Is this really him? I'm assuming that's just people not wanting it to really be him. I get
Yeah,
it.
true.
This is him because we do know how he was made. We were shown briefly how he was made, and that's his parts falling apart there for sure. So so yeah.
But I was thinking that his, you know, maybe his Yorishiro got destroyed, and that's why it's breaking apart. But it could also be because of the severance. Maybe the severance turned him into Doritos, and maybe it didn't fix back together quite well.
Yeah,
When he came back, I don't. There's a bunch of reasons,
could be
but
that. Emo saying maybe the severance blocked Mitsuba from the powers he gained from OG number 3 to some degree. It's possible.
yeah, he is already fake. Like
Yeah, he's already fake, but we meant a fake of the fake.
I even forgot that he was fake.
Wait,
You
we
know,
did?
this is like someone pointed it out. It's like Mitsuba's fourth time dying, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he died
exactly.
initially, and then the OG ghost got nixed, and then the severance happened, and now he's
No. No, yeah, because that's already been a joke. Like the whole like, oh, Mitsuba died 3 times. How funny. Now
he
he's
did.
dying again.
He keeps dying.
Not to mention our last mention of Mitsuba, wasn't that didn't Natsuhiko tell Tsukasa to like go play with Mitsuba at one point?
Uh,
Yeah, he
I
did when
think
he was talking with Sakura.
yeah, we were excited about that because it's like, ooh, Mitsuba mentioned.
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean maybe Tsukasa did do something there.
Yeah, that's kind of suspicious.
It's true. We know for sure that there was an interaction between them. And
Yeah, either that
yeah.
or the Yorishiro thing because I mean it would fit Sakura's agenda, which is it's a good reminder that that isn't Tsukasa's agenda. Tsukasa doesn't
Oh
really
yes,
want
it's
to.
just Tsukasa's gang.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like that gang's agenda.
yeah.
They're not a very cohesive unit, that one.
No.
Something else we can talk about a little bit is the fact that the aquarium from the get-go really screamed trap. And one of the things was just the whole thing was designed to look like an anglerfish lure. It's got a
Yes.
little anglerfish lure at the front, and it's bringing them in. I think in our Discord, Larathia also briefly pointed out that at one point Mitsuba looks at like a clownfish, I think it is, and talks about how they're similar, and a big way clownfish coexist with I apologize, anemones. I can't say this word very well.
Yeah, I think it's anemones.
Um, the way clownfish coexist with that is that they lure other fish into it by drawing them in, and the other fish are the ones that get hit by the toxins of that thing that the clownfish are immune to. I can't say it. It's really bad. But the point that I was making there is that there's a connection between what the clownfish does and what MITSUBA does here specifically, in that he appears to have lured Ko here. I'm kind of on the fence about whether he really did this intentionally or not. Like, what do you guys think?
No, because they were looking around for places to go, and why didn't he just say, "Oh, I know of this cool aquarium place. Let's go there." Why was he bugging Ko for the longest while?
That's true. It could just be that he was stalling, that he didn't want to bring him here.
Yeah, because I mean, something was up.
Something was up from the get-go. I mean, there's like, why did he seek out Ko, right? Like, did he really seek him out because he knew that like he was going to fall apart very soon and he wanted to see him again? That's heartbreaking and really sweet,
No.
but it's also very possible that he was still sent to Ko. And we've got supernaturals out. There's also something to consider, that like maybe the intent was to separate Ko from the rest of the group. Like, maybe he's being targeted right now because Ko is 1/3 of Hanako's group right now. And he did
That's
beat
true.
number 6. Ko is not weak. He beat number 6.
Also true.
Yeah. There's people trying to spell out the word I cannot say.
I'm sorry, but
Edamame.
I don't see. I don't
Edamame.
see. I'm sorry. I don't see Mitsuba carrying out somebody else's will while he's like, while he knows the end is nigh. I like what Imo said. I don't see him doing that. I see him living out life the way he wants to, with the little time that he has left.
Maybe, but also Tsukasa's really scary, and he's really good at getting people to do what he wants them to do.
I mean, well, I think it's just something that we have to wait and see. But I mean, right now I'm wondering what happens afterward. What happens after this point? Like, if Mitsuba has an agenda, then maybe Ko would just be trapped there. But I'm not sure.
I don't
I'm not
know.
sure,
It's
actually.
really hard to guess right now because, like, one, is Mitsuba going to survive this? It really doesn't feel like he's going to survive this.
Yeah.
Um, so,
Don't worry, we'll get another MITSUBA, and then that MITSUBA will also die.
oh my god. I would not be able to at that point. I would check out on the Mitsuba train.
It's just gone.
Sorry, Eleanor, yes, the toilet trio was very much planning on kidnapping someone from the broadcast team and forcing info out of them. I didn't forget that. That was the initial plan. They just had not gotten around to doing anything about that yet. So if they can't get Mitsuba to do that, then that's a problem, because obviously Tsukasa's not going to talk, and Natsuhiko is Natsuhiko, and Sakura is not... And I'm not sure they would even know where to find Sakura. Like,
Sakura doesn't need
Yeah.
to talk, to be honest. She can probably just manipulate her way on something.
Also, this whole chapter is just like a heavy reminder of the MITSUBA arc, the original MITSUBA arc,
oh, it really is.
where
Like,
they
it's
had the
harkening back to
moment,
it.
and then everything just got screwed up,
Yeah.
and now MITSUBA's dying.
I mean, they did, like, people have been pointing it out that this is very much like the second time that Ko, in a moment of powerlessness, is having to watch Mitsuba die. And
Yes.
obviously he is going to draw the parallel back to the first time he lost Mitsuba and he wasn't able to do anything about it. Ko is not going to be okay with not doing anything
Oh,
about it
no,
this time.
yeah.
And just from a writing perspective, it would be poor writing to not give him a chance to do something about it.
True, yeah.
And Ida Iro are definitely not poor writers. So at the very least, I trust that even if Mitsuba does kind of dissolve into pieces, that won't be the end of him per se. That something will go on with Tsukasa, and it won't be like his arc is not ending here. It can't end here.
No, it can't. There's more to him that we don't know.
From a pure writing perspective, it cannot end here.
That would not be good.
It was my
in
same
terms of
argument
writing.
when the Severance happened. I was like, it can't. We can't
No,
be
yeah, it
done
literally
here.
can't end. Yeah, there's more stuff we need to know.
It's like, it's not worth it to cut off that character, because that character is so much as far as Ko's motivation, as far as his struggles. Like, you can't.
I think this might actually be a chance to show like how much development Ko has gone through since the first MITSUBA arc.
Yeah, it really
Like-
is. It's his chance to shine. And we know
Yes.
that Ko has gone through so much. Like, he has really
Exactly,
grown as a character since that original Mitsuba arc. And now that we're back in that same position, yeah, it is prime. It is gold opportunity for Ko to show off a little bit. For Ida Iro to show Ko off a little bit. And I really want
In
them
order
to.
for that to happen, we need more than ugly fish monsters, to be honest. We need somebody to show up, somebody kind of, I don't know, overpowered. Well, he definitely can't take on Tsukasa, but we need somebody.
And that's
Need
like
somebody to
Tsukasa's like
show
the
up.
prime candidate right now. So
Well, Tsukasa...
Oh, no. If Tsukasa shows up, he's going to like obliterate Ko, and then
if what's happening to Mitsuba is related to Tsukasa, then he is the prime candidate. But we don't know.
We don't know. I want Ko to beat this fish. Like, he started by
Natsuhiko.
running away from it, and I know Ko...
Natsuhiko. That'd be interesting.
Natsuhiko. I know Ko... And I will always remember that Ko did fight number 6 and technically win, but he also technically lost that fight.
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't quite get the finishing blow in. It was Natsuhiko that kind of saved his butt there at the very end. I want Ko to have a no-holds-barred win. Like, I want him to get a proper win.
Like, one of the few wins I can think of is when he fended off that one supernatural who was like eating Natsuhiko.
Yeah,
He did do that.
That's such a minor thing. Oh my god.
that's
He did- well,
Natsuhiko, though.
I'm sure Natsuhiko
Well,
could
you're
have
saying-
defended himself.
Well, you're saying you wanted to defeat the fish to prove that. It's like he already did defeat some sort of like monster or supernatural.
Yeah, but that wasn't an emotional moment. That wasn't a character defining moment for him. It's
It
like,
wasn't, but it was a W.
okay, he gets that one. It's just not
Yeah.
a big one. It's a little one. It's like a little squiggly line.
That's true. There are lots of evil fish in TVHK.
True.
The first villain was an evil mermaid, queen thing.
You know, Ida Iro might have an issue with fish that we need to talk about. I get it, Ida Iro, okay? Like, my sister is very not okay with fish, too. It's understandable. But, like, maybe don't make all your monsters fish.
Oh yeah, true. The mermaid wasn't really evil per se.
Well, she went about that the wrong way.
She definitely did, but yeah, she isn't technically evil.
Guys, words of wisdom from us. Don't kidnap someone to protect them, okay? It's just not the way to do it. Or trying to make Minnie her slave. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't think he's going to die here.
I think it's that was more just ignorance than anything.
Yeah.
Protecting, trying to make Nene her slave. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure Nene was going to be like a princess.
Yeah, she was.
She's going to be up there in the ladder, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
she thought the mermaid thought she was gonna be doing Nene like a big favor, but yeah, it was kind of kidnapping.
It was kidnapping. It was
Yeah.
absolutely kidnapping.
Yeah,
It sounds
So
like
it
something
wasn't- it
Hanako
wasn't-
would do.
it wasn't intentionally malicious, but yes, it was bad.
Might I remind you
Yeah,
that
but she has
kidnapping for the
Stockholm-
sake of protection is something Hanako did as well.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
that is
but-
something Hanako did
But
too.
then it would just be Stockholm syndrome. She would just fall in love with her kidnapper, and things would be good. That's it. That's all it would be. It wouldn't be bad.
What?
I'm sorry.
What? Are you saying Stockholm syndrome isn't bad?
Oh, it's very bad, but not when I ship the
What?
two people.
Okay, disclaimer, guys. Hananene is not Stockholm syndrome.
It is not Stockholm syndrome.
They are a good ship with unhealthy moments.
A very good ship with unhealthy moments. Double disclaimer: it is a fictional.
That too. It's also not Stockholm syndrome, even if it is fictional.
It is not Stockholm syndrome.
I was just like, what?
No, it was definitely they had their established relationship before Hanako kidnapped her.
Yeah,
Nene literally slapped him and then they kissed afterwards. Like, what? I don't have that much drama in my life. Not even I have that much drama. I want
you
that
don't have that
drama
much
in my
drama
life.
in your life.
I want that drama in
This is
my life.
TBHK. No one's gonna have as much drama as this manga does in their life.
What? You want that drama, Kathy? Do you want us to message your boyfriend and let him know that you want this out of him?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I mean, we could do that if that's what you're into.
He's probably watching. So I'm fine.
Oh man, we can't tell if he's watching anymore. I can't bully him. No one's
Darn it.
here.
No,
Damn
don't
it.
worry. We'll get him over here. Average teen romance. Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just read these romance novels and I'm like, gosh, these teenagers are so passionate. God.
It's romance. It's fictionalized, Kathy.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah.
It's like if that sort of drama happens in real life, then usually it's not a good relationship going on there.
Yeah, but then they can just do a whole happily ever after thing and just explain away years of what could be and what happened and whatever. I don't know.
I think someone explained this to me well. It's like the difference between like two fictional characters. Like a fictional guy that is boring is someone you would want as your boyfriend. But a fictional guy that is interesting is someone you would walk away from, like cross the street to avoid in real
Very
life.
true. Well, I guess it's not always true, but yeah, most of the time very true.
Yeah,
Especially if some of their parents, especially if one of their or both of their parents are dead.
There
you want
are
to stay
some
away from that.
male characters that I can think of that are like interesting, but are also just generally good people, and like would make good boyfriend material.
it's hard times. Getting into romance advice now. I think this is uncharted territory for us.
Yeah, I also have to say, like, a realistic romance does not equal an entertaining romance in terms of fiction.
Yes, absolutely not. Entertaining. Yeah, fictional romances do not need to be realistic. They just need to be entertaining, which is why it's dominated by a lot of really questionable things. But that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
That's what makes it okay.
I'm not a fan of all the questionable things, but yeah.
It depends on which questionable thing we're talking about, but
Very true, yeah. In terms of Hananene, the questionable stuff, I like it. It's good drama.
yeah, it's good drama. I enjoy it. I'm having fun with it. I want to see them again. I'm mad
Nene
that
is
Hanako
good
isn't in the
boyfriend
story right now.
Yeah, I'm mad too, yeah.
Question mark? Nene
What?
is good boyfriend material.
You know what?
Emu said that.
Emu,
I don't know.
it was
I see
right.
that, yeah.
Nene is good boyfriend material.
Yes, true.
Is she?
Very true.
But Ko is better boyfriend material.
Very true, yes.
Yeah.
MITSUBA is very lucky.
He is. Now I'm gonna
But
have to
also
go
not
write
lucky
fan
because
fiction
he's
about
died,
it.
like 4 times.
Lloyd is husband material. You're right, Bianca. He absolutely
true.
is.
That's
You're
the
is
most
very
true
lucky.
statement. Yes, she is.
Is Teru, is he husband material? Boyfriend material? I don't know.
Absolutely not. Oh my god.
Definitely not.
I love Teru,
I love
but
him,
no.
yeah. Definitely, yeah. No.
He's too angsty, to be honest. Like I think he would just leave you on red.
No,
I
he's
think that's the type of guy he would be.
he's too
Just go-
calculating. He would be like super controlling, but in a way that wasn't obvious, and it would be really not
Oh
good.
yeah. He would like micromanage the relationship in the background.
Yeah, it would be real iffy.
Like he'll go on a date with you, but that was just a convenient location to kill all the supernaturals. That's what it'd be.
The chat's
what it
catching
would be.
up to the Teru now. No, absolutely not. For Teru.
Like he would say, "Oh yes, we can go to a movie date." Yes, but that movie's like I don't know, some supernatural hideout.
Like
Um,
I ship Akane and Teru as like a crack ship like joke thing, but man,
But let's
No
be
way
fair,
would I ever
Akane
wish that
is
on-
not real life boyfriend material either.
Oh, no, absolutely,
No, he's
absolutely
not.
not. No, he isn't either. You know what? They
is
deserve each other.
They do deserve each other.
Akane is so possessive. I feel so sorry for Aoi. I
Okay.
don't think guys can even look on her anymore.
It's, you know what, in the context of the series, it's fine. It's actually really a
It
good
is
matching
fine, 'cause
between
it's
them, but
mostly, it's also mostly played for jokes.
yeah.
And not like actually him being like, you know, creepy about it. It's mostly just like funny, he'd kill people. Because that was literally in the spin-off. It was like Yoko and Sato were like looking at like Aoi and being like, wow, she's really cute, and then Akane like literally killed them. That definitely is not canon. That part of the chapter specifically, or they were exaggerating because oh my god, they literally just said that he killed them.
It was pretty funny. Although, like, within the context, Aoi hates the attention. Like, she hates that people are constantly
yeah.
coming after her. So, Akane, you know, threatening
True,
them on
yeah.
the sideline is
That-
actually
yeah.
not that bad.
That's true, actually. They kind of balance each other out.
Yeah, yeah, they balance each other out. They're both messed up, but in, like, complementary ways.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I
That's something I love. That's something I love in ships when they're both messed up, but in a way that complements each other.
Listen, I cannot
So
get
good.
that panel out of my head when he was literally choking her out. Like, that is just, nah. Like, I don't think the relationship should be a relationship.
Well, not if
Sorry.
it was a real relationship. I'm
Not
just,
if it was a real relationship. No, yeah.
I'd be very concerned.
if
I would be
you would-
putting Aoi in protective custody if that was a real thing, but I totally ship it in this
Listen,
manga.
I've literally some of my favorite ships. Like one of them has tried to kill the other before. Like,
I know, Scaramona shipper.
Scaramona, literally.
It's good drama.
It's amazing drama. Enemies to lovers, thank you.
It's just the way of
Yep.
things.
Aoi and Akane is tame in comparison to some ships that I ship. So, yeah.
Oh.
Also, those people who confessed to Aoi got snapped. Yeah, it's okay.
Oh yeah.
But you know, in comparison to all of that, MITSUKOU is probably one of the healthiest ships in this
Yes,
series.
true.
And there's still
It
a lot of
makes-
baggage there, but like,
Yeah. The baggage is what makes them interesting though, and that's why like I really like MITSUKOU, but it's like one of the ships I'm less invested in just because there's less like baggage and drama and problems.
like you can put them nicely in a box and be like, you two are now happy together, and then you're like,
Yeah.
In the
I-
meantime,
I'm
let me
not
look at this
always-
dumpster fire over here.
Not as big of a fan of those kind of ships. 'Cause I'm just like, I mean, they're
did.
sweet.
Oh, it did stab Akane with a centipede.
Yeah, they
Oh,
start
yeah,
to
he was
kill
just
each other.
bitch.
But she
You know
was
what?
on drugs. She was on something. So that doesn't really count.
Okay, Kathy.
All right, make excuses for her.
I don't think she was sane at the time. She got really tame afterwards. I'm sorry.
And Akane threw them over the cliff.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Still
This
haven't
ship,
addressed that.
guys. This ship.
I still like them.
I do. And then they kissed.
I still really like them, especially after their recent moments.
Eleanor's calling you out, Ness. Mitsuko isn't toxic enough.
No, it's just the like drama is what makes it interesting.
Now, Kathy, you're being called out. Drugs don't justify everything.
People call ships toxic left and right, but like, guys,
They're right, but also it's okay.
it's the drama that makes it interesting. It's like we can accept that like some like I get like some ships are like way too toxic, but like oh my god. Just like yes, we know like almost every ship in this manga is toxic.
It's okay.
Like that's literally the entertainment value.
Yeah.
That's the drama.
Yeah.
You'll have to
Mitsuko's
accept
only
this
problem
if
is
you
that
like
one of
this.
them is
Like,
dead. Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
And that's what makes it tame. That's the only problem.
Don't get me started on Simura number 6. Oh my
Let's
God.
not get started on that, actually.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, you know what? That's one I don't ship. There you go.
There we go. There's at least one in this manga that just it went a step too far for some of us.
Yeah, yeah. There's an example of a ship that goes too far.
I think it's a very crunchy ship. I don't know about
It's a
you.
crunchy ship.
Oh, Kathy. Oh, it's so bad.
Gosh.
Anyways, any questions related to this specific chapter? As I run
Or
away
any
from
other
that
chapter.
discussion into a different one.
It was a fun discussion. I don't know why you want to run away from it.
Oh, no reason at all.
Crunch.
I think.
Crunchy ship.
Crunchy ship.
Does anybody want to talk about the fact that like we're still not back at the school?
That's yeah. We were at the school for like 5 seconds.
We got all excited about being back at the school. It's like, yeah, we're back in the school setting, and then immediately we're out in the city. And I don't hate seeing the
Alright.
city. I like seeing the city.
Yeah. All right. Was this a win for MITSUKOU shippers or a loss?
A win and a loss.
It's the first the 90% of the chapter is a win, but then at the end it's a loss.
Emo, there are no wins or losses, only pain.
Oh yeah.
I think
Also,
this
we
was a
don't-
win. Yeah, actually, I'm
Yeah,
picking
overall
win. This
it's a
was
win.
a Mitsuko
90
win.
Like over 90% of the chapter was a win, so yes, overall a win.
If Mitsuba survives this, then it is undoubtedly
yes.
a win
If
completely.
he survives this, then yes.
If he doesn't,
Okay.
it's
No one
less
is dead
so.
yet.
True. It's
Is
like
it really a win though? They haven't realized their feelings for each other yet, so it's kind of.
Well, it's still a win. Just because they haven't confessed doesn't mean, or haven't realized their feelings, it doesn't mean it's not a win.
Besides, I'm still not sure Mitsuko's ever going to be a canon thing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think this is like very much a win in terms of MITSUKOU especially.
Yeah, it's a Mitsuko win, and I do believe that Mitsuba's going to survive. It's like that state we were in when like Teru was on the verge of death for multiple chapters, and I was just like, he's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. He's not dead yet.
And then he was just fine.
Then he was fine. He got better
Like
Yeah,
perfectly
why
fine.
is he completely fine now? He should be like limping or something.
because he's Teru.
That's disappointing. Honestly, that's
You just want him to
disappointing.
suffer.
Look at it this way,
Yeah.
Kathy. He is suffering right now because his little brother is out on the town
Yeah,
on a
but
date.
not that type of suffering. Physical suffering. That's what I want to speak.
Okay.
Okay then.
All right.
He's not
Kathy wants to
suffering enough.
torture Teru. I understand. I
Yes.
understand.
Taffy believes that there's not enough suffering going on for Terra right now. There needs to be more.
Yes, because I don't know. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but he's not being useful. He's just not. I'm
You
sorry.
literally always say this.
It's kind of like how Hananene Kiss was a win, even though 4 characters were dying in the background.
Yes, but none of those characters were Hanako or Nene, so it's fine. Yes, we know 4 characters were dying while the Hananene was making out on the sidelines, but it's fine.
I was loving the headcanon that they were just making out the entire time that we were away
So
from.
funny. It's so funny. I know it's not true, but like
It's still so funny. I love it.
Oh god.
When was the last we saw Hanako?
The chapter when we got back to the school and Ko hung him up upside down in penance.
Yes. Yes.
That wasn't that long ago. I think it was only
chapter
like a couple.
96.
Yeah,
96.
it's only 2.
So it hasn't been that long, but you know, when only one chapter comes out a month, it does feel very long.
Yeah, it's really long.
Like if you're just reading this after it's all already out, it's like, oh, Hanako hasn't been gone for that long.
Then
But-
that's one of the main reasons why I just want them to hurry up and go back to the school so I can see Hanako again and whatever he's up to.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I
Hanako
think
is the favorite.
it's going to go back to being something angsty, though, like something serious the next time I see him.
Yeah, of course. We had too much fun in chapter 96.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were fun and cute and like just good vibes. But no, we can never have too much of that because we have to get back to the suffering.
Obviously. Because it wouldn't be Ida Iro if we didn't get back to the suffering immediately. All right.
All right.
Well, I think we covered questions, anyways.
I
Predictions for
think
the
the
next
last one was
chapter.
prediction. Yeah,
Predictions. That's a hard one.
It is a hard
that's a
one.
hard one here.
Like last chapter was much easier.
It was. It's like my predictions
Uh,
have been so vastly wrong whenever we're left up in the air like
right.
this. I
I
don't
feel
know
like
what
there's
to
not even a
say.
point. It's like what how do we even like tell what's gonna happen? Who knows?
Yeah, things are going to stop being cliche now. From now on.
Yeah, we
So,
it's always
so
scary
if
when
we
it's like
think outside
who
of the
knows.
box,
I'm
think
trying.
outside the box
I'm
here.
trying to think outside the box. Okay,
I
I'm betting on Mitsuba surviving. He's not going to die immediately. I want Ko to turn
or he will
badass.
die or be able to come out and be able to come back. Ugh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a possibility. He's allowed to fall apart as long as we can put him back together. That's where I stand. That's okay, but Ko versus Fish for sure. I'm down
Yes.
for it.
I want to see Ko beat that fish up, please. I want to see my boy in action.
I am not expecting Teru's group to get involved. What do you think?
No,
No,
but
yeah,
I
they have no
do
reason to
think-
get involved right now.
Yeah, I don't think they're
Yeah,
gonna
but
show
what will
up.
they do? What will
Like
they
Teru,
do?
Teru doesn't seem to suspect anything for once.
He's just worried. Yeah, he's not
He's
suspecting.
just worried. Yeah, his mind is being clouded by the fact that he's too worried. Truly.
I mean, the
I think-
last,
Priyanka MITSUKOU
To be
kiss.
honest-
Yes, that could happen. I'll give you that.
Oh no.
Can we just mention the fact that Terry's being inconsistent here? Because literally, when he was going into the whole red house, he was like, "Ah, nah, you got this, you got this," but now he's like, "Oh, don't go out at night. The supernaturals are out at night." What's going on with that? To be honest,
I don't
know.
think
It always.
you're not quite remembering it right, Kathy. At the time, Teru was like, "Don't you two dare step anywhere close to the red house. It's really bad.
He
You
literally
don't
told
wanna
them that
do
they
it."
will die.
Yeah, you're
he
going to
literally said,
die.
You will die.
And then once he found out they'd actually stepped in, it was like, okay, I can't do anything now. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to
but
just
he's
trust
like-
him to
but-
deal with it because I can't do anything.
no, I think it was more like, nah, he can handle it.
Yeah, but he was with Akane. And he's always like that when he's with Akane. He just needs to be cool and intimidating in front of Akane, just in case, because Akane has to be scared of him. That's how their relationship goes.
Okay.
Yeah, and also Teru is not ready for Ko to date. That's a problem.
Oh yes. No, yeah, that's true. Actually thinking about that, the fact that Teru would be more worried about Ko dating than Ko like being in like a super deadly like haunted house is
It's very
the funniest thing.
It's very
it's very Teru.
legit. It's him.
It's very Teru.
Yeah. And it would be pretty cool if Ko asked Tsukasa to put Mitsuba back together. Like if Ko made a deal with Tsukasa,
Oh,
right? That would be awesome.
That would be so cool.
That
I
would
want
be
that
a
now.
great plot development. I'll put that
want that
down.
now.
I'll put that down.
Yes.
Keep that one on the list.
Not
But yeah,
not only a good prediction, I want that. Very
my
specifically.
prediction is that they're going to switch away from them because I don't see where this is. I don't see what can happen next unless like somebody shows up and that somebody I'm betting on is not Hiko. So I'm betting on him. But if decide to switch away, then they're probably going to switch to either Sukasa's group or to back to the house.
My prediction is that the key is going to become relevant.
What's your basis for this prediction?
My basis is that we hadn't talked about it yet this podcast, and I had to bring it up.
Yes, the key will suddenly become relevant.
The key is
Next
going to
chapter.
become sentient and is going to burst onto the scene and kill the fish.
Oh my gosh, Hikun.
The real MVP of TBHK is Kikun.
Yes, Hikun.
God.
Look, I'm in the clear. This is live on YouTube. I do not need to edit in a key anymore.
Yes,
we can just
that
talk about it now.
is why I'm fine with saying key as much as I am.
Yes. But the key is with Nene. I know.
Yeah, we know. We're not serious. This is a joke. Disclaimer, this is a joke.
Oh, I don't expect the key. Just watch. Now it is going to become relevant this next chapter just because I'm not expecting it for
No,
once.
we're joking. That would never happen.
Obviously, the key's not going to show up.
Obviously, Ida Ira is not listening to this podcast so that they won't, get ideas from us.
Do you know how much I would die if I found out that Ida Iro actually listened to our podcast?
That'd be so
Please.
funny.
That's a pipe dream.
That is.
No, never. But it'd be really cool though.
Yeah, that would be amazing. It's just a dream that I have every now and then. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wouldn't that be the coolest thing ever? It would be amazing. I would love that. It's just like meeting your idol in real life kind of unlikeliness, but yeah, that'd be cool. Any other predictions for the next chapter? We are a little bit over an hour, so it's about time for us to be wrapping up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're right. I didn't even realize.
I've been watching.
But yeah, I do want Tsukasa to appear again because we love Tsukasa.
We love Tsukasa. I'd be happy to see him again. Even though it hasn't been that long. It
hasn't been that long.
Happy to have him back. He's staring at me right now. He is on my wall.
He's also on my wall.
Right next to my bed, always watching.
Why do you guys want a psychopathic rat to appear again? Why?
I don't know.
Because he's fun.
Why not? It's good times.
He's a psychopath. He's unpredictable.
Exactly.
That's what makes it fun.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going to happen next when he comes.
Exactly. That's exciting.
This is why we're here, Cappy. This is why they've kept us engaged for like
exactly. It's what I was just
almost
talking about.
2 years
Drama.
now.
The drama, the excitement.
Yeah, it's
the
exciting.
Intensity. Yes.
I was engaged mostly for Hanako's character, but Tsukasa just.
All right.
Tsukasa, I love Tsukasa. Tsukasa is great as a character, not as a person.
Tsukasa is an amazing character. Every character in TBHK is an amazing character. I could write essays about every single one of them. And
Very
we did
true,
promise that we were going to do some character analysis. And now that we
Yes,
have proven that we can do this, the odds that we're going to get on that have just gone up significantly.
Exciting.
I am so glad that this worked. Thank you guys so much for showing up. This means the world to me. And yeah, so happy that it worked out. Obviously, chat delay is something that I need to get a little bit used to, but
yeah,
for the most part, it all worked out very much.
Those character analyses are going to be interesting considering how different some of our opinions are on the characters.
That's what's going to make it a lot of fun.
Oh yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about this yet.
Fun.
The anime reboot. We haven't talked about it at all.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I almost forgot.
For anyone who doesn't know, for people that are watching this later, you probably know because you're a TBHK fan, an anime restart project was announced. We don't know what that means at all. It could be a complete reboot. It could be a season 2, although that's a little less likely. We don't know if it's with the same studio, if it's with a different studio, what length we're looking at, what time we're looking at. Like, all they announced is that they are doing anime. They're doing TBHK anime again. It is happening.
What I think it could be, and I hope it is just like a retelling, just like all of it in order with the manga in mind.
Yeah.
Like including Clockkeepers and stuff. Just like fixing all that.
My ideal scenario for this is that they're going to do a full reboot of the story, and they're going to do a 24 episode 2-core situation. And if they do that, there is exactly enough content for them to go from the start to the end of Picture Perfect. Like, it is perfectly paced for them to do that.
That would be so ideal. Because like, oh my gosh, that would be really ideal.
Yeah,
Please,
so that's my best case scenario, that they're going to do that. Ideally with good animation.
That would basically be like a season 2 plus a like redo of season 1.
Yeah.
Which is so good.
That'd be super cool. I hope they keep the soundtrack, because I do love the soundtrack.
The soundtrack is amazing.
Although they may have to do all new stuff depending on whether they're going with a new studio or what's going on there. But yeah, we'll keep our ears peeled for more news on that.
Doesn't Square Enix own like the rights to the soundtrack though? Because it wasn't that why you're getting like copyright claimed on it?
You're right. It's Square Enix soundtrack.
Oh, yeah,
I
and Square
just
Enix-
remembered
Square
my
Enix-
trauma.
Square Enix owns like TBHK entirely, so they could totally use the soundtrack again.
So yeah, that's the anime project. We're going to be keeping up with it the best of our abilities.
Exciting.
Very
especially
exciting,
if you don't know
but
what's
like
gonna happen.
cautiously exciting.
Awesomely exciting, yeah. It's like, I don't know about this one. I don't know. The countdown to it was pretty big though, so
It was a big deal with the
it
countdown.
was made a big deal.
I love how we
in the
were all
same
like,
way
I
that-
refuse to believe that this countdown is counting down to a season 2 announcement.
And then when it did drop, we were like, is this season 2?
It's like, I don't know what I just got. What are you
is
giving me?
Like I wasn't excited for it to be season 2, but now I'm like, maybe it is.
Yeah.
But maybe it's not. Who knows? Oh, it's so
Yeah. So looking forward to that for sure.
yeah.
But yeah, as for the next chapter, it is showing up on the 17th in Japan, which means the Raw should be dropping on the 16th in our part of the world and most other parts of the world. You know, I do kind of love that Japan is at like the far end of the time spectrum, and it's always earlier for everyone else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 14 hours ahead.
Yeah.
And since it's literally midnight, like in Japan, then that means that for like literally everyone else, it's going to be the day before.
Yeah.
In all technicality.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So we'll be back here on YouTube to do that again. And perhaps sometime in between there, we may do our first character analysis. When it comes to these, you can expect something a lot shorter. We're probably not going to talk for an hour about it. It's something we're going to try and plan a little bit more, I think, with actual points that we have that we want to talk about. But I imagine it'll be this format too. We may just like live stream it, but less chatting and questions and more just arguing with each other, probably.
Yes, probably. Specifically, me and Emmy arguing with Kathy, because it seems me and Emmy agree on a lot more things than with Kathy.
I mean, I don't buy this key thing that you guys keep going on about.
Why
So
would you not
obviously,
buy it?
there's like a fundamental difference
Like,
between
oh
us.
yes, Ida Iro is totally just gonna forget about the key, even though they brought great importance to it. And we know that they're really good writers who bring stuff up from way in the past, like, and they've done that before.
Kathy, the level to which you and I disagree on things is exactly why we ended up starting this YouTube channel in the first place.
Probably, yeah.
That's what led to this. We were just like, we have good discussions. Let's talk out loud.
Listen, can we just agree that not bringing back the key would be a bad writing decision?
No key analysis. No key analysis.
Okay,
No,
maybe
listen,
down the line.
We won't make a whole. We won't make a. Well, yeah, maybe we actually get hints towards the key coming back.
Yeah, if
Maybe
the key
we-
comes
Unless
back,
we do a whole
or-
time analysis on like TBHK, maybe we can bring in the key. But like talking about the whole how time works in TBHK.
Yeah.
Then
Oh
we-
yeah.
if the key
Yeah.
comes back, I will talk about it. Okay?
Yes,
That's the
extensively.
promise.
Extensively.
If and when it comes back, there will be a video.
No, when. No, when. It
When.
comes back.
You're right. When it comes
I
back.
trust Ida Iro with my life.
That's very daring of you.
I just trust that they'll make good writing decisions.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, we
I
can
don't
trust them
trust-
for that.
I don't trust that they won't break my heart.
Yeah. They will do that.
Just-
I trust that they will.
I just think that not bringing the key back would not be a good writing decision, and I think Ida Iro only makes good writing decisions. So yeah.
Oh.
I agree with that analysis. Okay. And on the note of Ness and I being correct, we can say goodbye. And
Please.
Are you calling Hiro a bad writer?
No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
not.
You're saying that they won't bring the key back, but that would be bad.
No, that would be bad to you.
all right.
No, it would be
Let's
a
stop
bad writing
arguing.
decision.
I'm
Well,
sure
It would be a
half
bad
of
writing
the
decision.
We'll
I'm sure
argue.
half of the
We'll argue
fandom
about it
already
next
forgot
time.
about the key.
We'll argue about it next time, Kathy. Okay.
Half the fandom doesn't make a podcast based on the manga.
We got. All right.
Anyway.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for listening to us argue for like half of this podcast.
I guess we must be
I'm sure-
entertaining or something.